Hello, welcome to another interesting episode of the program Sports Preview on Bua Community Voice, a program that is poised to give you all that you need to know about the football events happening with super predictions coming your way. Don't forget that the program is proudly sponsored by our friends at MaxBet. Yes, MaxBet. You can visit MaxBet on www.maxbet.ng. So that program, looking at the Premier League games coming through for Saturday and Sunday, where there will be a Manchester derby as Manchester United play host to Manchester City at the Old Trafford. Yeah, the theatre of dreams where dreams are beginning to fade away because they have to do with Carrick as the interim manager until the end of the season. It will be a London derby when Chelsea takes on Brentford and Leeds United will do battle with Fulham. Liverpool battle Burnley and Sunderland takes on Crystal Palace as Tottenham will battle West Ham United. Nottingham Forest will take on Arsenal in an interesting fixture that will be coming. That is for the games on Saturday. Sunday will not be any different as Wolves takes on Newcastle and we'll see Aston Villa up against Everton in a crunchy tie. All of these games will be discussed by myself and the team, making sure that we'll give you all you need to know about these fixtures. Don't go away. Yes, welcome back. It's still the program Sports Preview on Bua Community Voice, proudly sponsored by our friends at MaxBet, www.maxbet.ng. I told you that I won't be doing this alone. I have with me the man Bob Free Joe, and sitting by my immediate left is the man CI Zoro, and Chiwendo completes the puzzle. We are very much ready to talk about the games coming through for Saturday and Sunday, but I feel like the biggest game to talk about is the Manchester derby. If United is in their worst state, a derby comes with its, should I say, toxic energy that ignites the playing pattern of every footballer. They understand that there is something at stake, and that is pride, that is supremacy, and all you can name. So when these two sides goes head to head in the Premier League, you begin to wonder where the biscuit will crack from. Michael Carrick's first game since being appointed United boss, it's very big as a game to start with. Just like we saw Reza Noah start with a game up against Arsenal, and we know how it ended. That was on Wednesday. I beg your pardon. So now, City understand that they're chasing the Premier League. That's not looking like they're running away with it. Do we expect any magic from Michael Carrick? Can they get anything out of this one?
For me, let's take back the United derby, that's Manchester derby, back to like 2 years ago when you had Manchester United dominates everything about the derby because it comes with a different ball, a different system altogether. The players feel that this is where they have to dominate because they feel that United is always red or it has to be red all the time. But presently now, with the current form, I can tell you that it will be an impossible game for United to get a game in this match. Not minding that they got a new coach, it's an impossible game for them because City is on fire. The likes of Haaland and their new signing is not going to help out here. So I think it's a City game.
Okay, City game, you feel like Michael Carrick's first job will raise a lot of morale, no doubt about that, as United went winless under Carrick as caretaker was, under caretaker was Darren Fletcher, drawing one and losing one, and they were eliminated the FA Cup. Do you think that Michael Carrick is the man? I feel like that's what we start from.
I think I was a fan of Ole Solskjaer. I was expecting that he should take the game of Africa because his experience, he has been there, he has seen it all. But it's quite unfortunate they settled for Michael Carrick. But this stage that Manchester United is, they don't need on such an interim manager. He needed someone that is experienced because they are already on the ground. They are already on the ground, so they need someone that can bring them up. But at the same time, give a Michael Carrick an opportunity. I mean, talent do not just wake up one morning and spring up just like that. Somebody give them opportunity to be known. Like we always talk about Pep Guardiola, nobody knew him and when he took over Barcelona and you could see the great things he did there. And so I think for that, I'm going to give Michael Carrick that a bit of hope, believing that he knows what he's doing for him, for the Hurricanes of Manchester United to look at him and say, I think you can offer something to this club. I think I will give it to him. It's going to be a very tough one. As much as I believe that Pep Guardiola has it all together, the signing of Antoine Semenyo and it's a very good addition to the squad. I mean, he has played 2 games and he has scored in both 2 games. That shows that the addition is really productive. But at the same time, it's a Manchester derby. They will not go without a fight. And I think that Pegagari will want to leave a statement because this is going to be his first test and he wants to do something to prove that he knows what he's doing. So it's going to be a tough game. But at the end of the day, I feel that Pep Guardiola will come out victorious in this one.
Okay, Pep looking like manager will come out victorious. What's your take on this one?
Okay, so Carrick is going to be having his first test, which is quite alright. But then, let's look at it this way, because last features, four features where we've had the Manchester derby, it has always been in favor of the City side, and it has equally left Manchester United goalless in all four of them. And if we were to bring with that and equally look at what City has in store right now, I think City has really proven to be in the best of forms, moving forward. With the new signing, who is equally very, very eager to score more goals. I think at this particular point, if Manchester United is there for, they should try to hold them down on the draw, which is almost impossible. Because even some of the players I feel should equally be doing those things for Manchester United. I don't think Manchester United has gotten it up to that particular level to be able to secure that what would I use? The word would I use? Agility to be able to withstand Manchester United at their force.
Okay.
Manchester City.
City's force will come very strong. No side in the Premier League history have won more away games against United than City. They've done it 9 times. And while Liverpool 41 have scored more goals at Old Trafford than Man City have scored 37 times. United lost the reverse fixture 3-0, and they've been held scoreless in 4 of their last 5 head-to-head meetings on their own turf. So it tells you the whole story of who is dominating this fixture. And now they're beating 3-0 when it was the coach, Amorim, and now he's an interim man, Michael Carrick. He played in the Manchester derby a couple of times, and you understand how fierce and important it is. But I don't think it's about having it in mind to do it. I think it's about having the firepower to achieve all of that. So I think I agree that it's all City's work in the park maybe against United anytime. But we'll see what happens. Don't forget that Shane Lacey is suspended for United. He got a red card. The young boy, Brian Mbeumo and Amad Diallo, they've returned from international duty. So City don't appear to have any fresh issues. But they remain without a number of key players who are out injured. I feel like with Semenyo's addition, Haaland will struggle for goals because we have a new winger who is eager for goals also. You can argue that it could be a different terrain and a different ball game altogether because they must play by instruction. They know that they all have to work for the top striker. But he said it himself that he's going to fight for his golden boot because you can't take it away that Semenyo wants to push points, score goals, start banging. And I enjoy the fact that Pep Guardiola had to put him straight into the squad just upon arrival. And that tells you a story about a player that is very well believed or board. They understand what it's going to bring. And as much as having key players is good, it can still be bad for a team because it brings selection headaches, unhappy players, because they're not playing and the ones playing might want to go all by themselves and all of that. Do you see anything of such happening between Semenyo and Haaland?
I don't think it's the battle should be between Semenyo and Alan because Alan is just a unique player. Put Semenyo there, he just know how to run goals. He doesn't struggle to score goals. And so, I mean, they don't play the same position. Semenyo is not a top man. He's a winger. He can play from the midfield. He can play from the wing. So they're not playing the same position. I think the person that will be suffering right about now is either Foldy or Dogu. Because at this point, that is win. It's and I mean when he started this season, he was in form, but at this point, he's not longer that that player. Because if he was so much in form, Pep Guardiola will not be going for Semenyo. Because if you look at them, they almost play the same similar kind of football. And so I think these two people will be threatened. But Foden and Smith Dog, they brought in players upon players, and they still have a way of getting himself in the squad. But the problem now is the Belgian, the man we call Dogu. Will he be able to displace Semenyo? Because Semenyo is in his form right now, and I think Pep is not that kind of player that knows how to massage your ego or pet you when you're not getting it right. He just knows how to, he just wants results, and that's it. Once you're not giving him results, you're not his favorite player. You're giving him results, you're his favorite player. So even so it's going to affect. It's good that's unhappy player it's gonna show, and I believe that by the end of the season, one of them will leave.
Yeah, by the end of the season, one person might want to walk away. And then Haaland has a lot to do. He has more Premier League goal involvement in this derby than any other player in City. 8 goals and 3 assists, and that's massive. And that's why you talk about him as a very, very proven goal scorer that he is, and he can come through for the party with all that he got as a player. But fast forward to moving away just slightly, let's look at Chelsea. Who goes there to help with Brentford? I feel like there's problem at Chelsea. We saw the new manager on Wednesday beating by Arsenal 3-2. It's a match that's got a reverse fixture to come, but obviously he's got a lot of time. He spoke about the returning of the man Cole Palmer, and of course with James who can add a boost to his team. Does Chelsea stand a chance at Stamford Bridge against Brentford?
I think the reason why is beginning to find his feet, to give him time. We don't expect a manager. The only manager that came into Premier League and got that quick, fast result. I mean, we saw Antonio Conte did it. I mean, and the Slot recently also did it. And so, but for a young manager like the Chelsea manager, I feel that it's going to take a while to get these players to play. And it's going to affect them to an extent. But against the Brentford, I think they should do it. I mean, with what they played against Arsenal, I feel, even though some would argue that was not the complete squad of Arsenal, but I feel that the manager knows what he's doing, and I think he will succeed with Chelsea.
For me, I disagree with that because Brentford, on the other side, Brentford has had an easy ride in their last 5 games. They've managed to just get just one draw, and everything other was all good. But for Chelsea on the other side, they've gotten 2 losses in their last 5. So that should tell you that Brentford still has an edge over Chelsea. And record has it that Brentford has not been easy for Chelsea when it gets to Brentford. You understand? So I don't think it's going to be an easy game at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea.
Okay, we'll come to the prediction corner where you say what you feel the outcome of these 2 games will be. But just before we call it a wrap of this segment, let's just go straight and talk about Arsenal. Arsenal are away to Nottingham Forest at the City ground, and we understand that they don't need to drop any points at this stage of the competition. We understand that the momentum that City are beginning to pile up with the arrival of Semenyo is becoming immense, and what they need to do is to keep winning, make sure you don't drop those points. And we know what's happening with Sean Dyche at Forest. He started working, he stopped working. Maybe he starts working again. But do you think Arsenal have got all the things to take all 3 points in that?
I mean, Sean Dyche, one man who was a pundit who says, I know what I'm doing as a manager. He kept talking about tactics, and now eventually the job has been given to him. For me, he has been able to lift Nottingham Forest from that bottomless part that they were, because under Espirito Santos, they were looking like a force in the Premier League, and all of a sudden when he left, it was like they are going back to the place that they once belonged. But I mean, under Shondag, he has been able to prove that he will get this team to European football, and that's what he's doing. Not yet where he wants to be, but he's really doing a great job with the Nottingham Forest. And then, I mean, look at Miguel Arteta. There's something that is going on for Arsenal right about now. I think the boys have come to themselves. They've talked to themselves and said, this is the season where we must break that chains of not winning trophies for this long. This is the time we must leave this for. I mean, this is just, everything is just working for them at this time. And if they miss out, it will now be that I don't think they will ever have this opportunity again to win it, because next season every other team will want to improve on their game and get players. So this is the time. This is just the best time for Arsenal. So I think the boys, they are number one. They are playing togetherness kind of football. They understand the task ahead, and Mikel Arteta too understand the pressure that is on him right about now. Yes, the owners of the club, they are not putting any pressure on him, but the fans, they are talking. They're they've given you enough support. This is the time to prove that support really meant you really understand that this support, Arsenal fans, they really meant when they say they will support you. So this is the time for you to give them that trophy that they all wanted, and the Premier League is looking close for you to get. So there is no need, there is no excuse why Arsenal should not win the Premier League this season. So playing against the Nottingham Forest, I think they should bring in their A game. Yes, Nottingham Forest is going to fight, they're going to do everything. But I want to see that Arsenal be victorious in this game.
Okay, Arsenal
Really victorious. I feel Arsenal has something going on, and just like she said, Arsenal are the favourites to be able to win this. But just like other seasons, they always come this close, although not this close.
It's not. Don't take it too serious. Don't take it too serious.
Why? You know, it's not over until it's over. Right? So I feel having the records against Nottingham Forest, they should, have this particular one at their back end court.
But why do I feel like Nottingham Forest is going to take it?
It's not.
I doubt
it's
because
impossible.
I doubt. You see, Arsenal brings everything they have. I doubt. But then if they played the way they played against Chelsea,
yes,
they would be at loss. Nottingham Forest might, take the win at the end of the day.
Against Chelsea.
You probably won Chelsea.
Chelsea. Against Chelsea.
From Chelsea had a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
And then if there was more time, Chelsea would equalize.
A comeback.
You understand? Chelsea would have equalized.
Yes.
There's a second leg at Emirates. Then we will know that if they will come back.
Okay, so
but presently now, with the current form of Arsenal and the record, and the record that Arsenal has against this team, hasn't played 5 games and they've not been able to get a win against Arsenal.
Okay. So say it is a walk in the park.
It's not going to be an easy one, but what you should know is that
they are going to win.
Arsenal, the team I see now in Arsenal is that
they've already won the league.
Everybody is working together. They are working together as one. Because I saw Gyökeres do something in the match against Chelsea. That goal Ben White scored, that Gyökeres should have added his body to make it his own goal, but he left it for Ben White. So I see every player in Arsenal is trying to prove a point, including Kepa.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Well,
that was so fantastic. Yes, it should have been. That 2 goals was.
It's okay.
The third one would have been if there was more time.
I don't know.
So let's start with you. What's your prediction for the match between Forest and Arsenal?
Forest and Arsenal. Arsenal straight through.
It's going to be an Arsenal straight through.
I'm giving it to Arsenal.
Okay, to Forest. United about that City. Think what I do.
Oh, no, it's a City win.
I'm giving it to
Manchester United.
I'm giving it to
It's a City win. You don't.
Okay,
it's going to crack in
Chelsea and Brentford.
I'm giving it to Brentford.
Brentford.
It's a no win.
I see Brentford.
Brentford win. I think would that in any way help Arsenal?
It's not going to help Arsenal. But one thing you should understand is that record has it that presently, Chelsea can go 3 matches without winning any of them.
Oh my goodness, that's
So,
Chelsea. Are that
Chelsea can go
They are
3
very
matches.
consistent. No doubt. They've shown it time and time again.
And James will be back. Palmer will be back.
Well, you've already said Brentford might be.
No, I'm giving it to Brentford.
Brentford
And that's so what was
It's Brentford win. So it's an easy game for Brentford.
Okay, you're helping.
Yes,
It's
I'm
helping
trying
me
to
out.
help you so that
Helping me
Arsenal
out.
will get that.
A Sunderland fan is trying to help me out.
Okay, so good. Thank you very much for being a huge part of this episode. And go and look out for it. Manchester Derby is the headline fixture for the weekend. Don't forget to visit www.maxbet.ng. The progress one is sponsored by our friends at Maxbet. This is the More Truth and Tech. We'll see you on the next episode. Thank you guys for being a part. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.